realize that the slower I speak, the better I sound.
I mean, that's everything. The slower you speak, but then at the same time, are you overthinking it? See that? I stopped for a little bit. I slowed down. Oh.
I feel like you do overthink. No, I don't overthink it. But when I go fast, I feel like my thoughts go faster than the way I can say it. So I'll be like, you know.
So, welcome to Annoying Neighbors. We're here.
Welcome to Don't Try Podcast.
We're welcome to Annoying Neighbors.
Look, we're gonna do a coin toss. If this is gonna be Don't Try,
All right, bet. I feel lucky today.
Do you?
Yeah. I'll
Let's
bet
do it then.
$100 right now.
All right. Well, we did.
You want to do $100?
No, I just said it's either gonna be
I
Don't
feel
Try.
lucky, motherfucker. Let's do it.
I'm down.
$100.
$100.
Let's do it.
Bring out a quarter.
I don't have one.
You know what? Who has coins there these days? There's a coin shortage.
Is it really?
Yeah. Haven't you gone to stores and then at certain stores they tell you that you need to have exact change because they can't give you any change?
No.
Starting off,
Why'd you wear glasses today?
because last night one of the contacts I took. What happened? I took a shower, and when I took a shower after I got out, like I don't know, water got in my eye, and then I moved it and it was all weird, and then the whole day it was just weird. So then at night I just took them off, and I put my glasses on, and then this morning it was kind of like a late start. It's been a rough week, kind of rough weekend, and I woke up later than I wanted, and I haven't changed them out, so I still have them on. And I said, "Fuck it, dude.
Put your glasses on.
Leave them on."
Why has it been a rough week?
No, it hasn't been a rough week. It was more of a rough weekend. It was just catching up on a lot of things.
Are you slowing down your talking again? I was like, this was really gonna.
Yeah. So it was just a rough weekend in the sense that I was just doing a lot of things, and then a lot of stuff piled on, and then it was overwhelming. And then check this. I had a. Oh man, so much shit we can't air.
Yeah, we gotta edit everything out.
All right. So in the end,
It doesn't even matter.
it doesn't even matter, dude. I tried so hard. I got so far. And in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Well, besides that, what else is going on?
And then besides that, I've just been really working on myself, really just working the drum set. I'm going to jam later on today with Jacob.
So you're just gonna be drumming the whole time? Drumming away?
No, I'm taking the guitar too. I'm just going to jam with him. We're just going to get together. I've been writing stuff at home. I got the computer set up to record and stuff, but I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to figure out certain things. Like, for example, when I record the vocals with the condenser mic that I have, it still sounds muffled. It still sounds like it picks up everything and shit. So it sounds like it sounds kind of like this instead of like clear picking up my voice, you know?
Not like mine, where it sounds really clear.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yours sounds muffled.
No, this actually sounds kind of good. We're not. Yeah, it sounds like that. You know how like when I go loud. Do it.
We're not.
We're not. You know how mine. We're not.
Okay, we gotta stop doing that.
You know,
or is there someone that's listening? Is like, ah.
But yeah, can you hear how it kind of like that's how it sounds?
Yeah,
that
echoes.
Like, it echoes and it peaks.
Mm.
And then my nephew, who's like a computer whiz, was saying that it's the interface that I have, and that we probably need to get the mixer, the bigger like mixer interface.
$100 right there.
That's more like for good ones, like $300-$600.
Do you want to do those questions?
Yeah. Here's the questions. Look, do you have a headache?
I do.
Is that stopping you from being in the moment?
No, I'm enjoying the moment, but I know you have a time schedule too.
Because I know headaches suck.
They do, but
especially
I've been chugging that, and I'm like a little buzzed already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to eat after this.
What do you want to eat?
Why, you want to eat?
No, I
In
got
and out?
521. Where's In and Out at?
Down the street.
Yeah, I can probably do In and Out.
But that's what I was thinking for the questions, just because I know you don't have that much time. I don't know how many questions you wrote. What time do you have to leave?
I have to be at Primo's at 7.
Yeah, see, we got like 40 more minutes.
40 more minutes for
Which
what?
is, I don't know, because you got to leave.
40 more minutes to eat and to do the podcast?
Maybe.
All right, here's my question. 1.
Wait, what the fuck? You memorized them?
Yes.
You didn't write no questions, motherfucker. That's why. This fool. He's like, okay, I got a question. You like dogs? Explain.
What I'm sacrificing is me reaching the level and what I want to do. I'm sacrificing me climbing up that level, that ladder.
You're fucking mountain climbing.
No, ladder climbing.
The mountain, man. Because one fucking false move, you dead, bro.
Yeah, that's true. You know what's okay? I'm going up a mountain. Let's just say we're going up a mountain.
Yeah.
Okay? And, you know, you're prepared. You have your fucking, the hooks. You have your rope. You have your packets of food. Things to make a fire. You know?
They have that?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
You don't sound like a mountain climber.
I'm not. I'm guessing. This is what it takes.
Yeah.
And then
What about a tent?
A tent. What else? What else would you need? A knife.
Maybe, just in case.
A stick. A flashlight.
Notebook.
A notebook. A drone. So
Peanut butter and jelly.
A lot of So
Sandwich,
you imagine. All right. So
bread.
imagine you're climbing the mountain, right? You're climbing the mountain. You're like, all right. How much more time is it gonna take if you're fucking?
Wait, what? Wait, say that again?
Like, how much longer is it gonna take for you to climb that mountain if you gotta stop and fuck?
I mean, I'm thinking you could have sex up there.
I mean, you can have sex anywhere.
Holy shit. Well, I think you finish the mountain, then you fuck.
Exactly.
So you're trying to get to the end game.
But I'm not even finishing the mountain.
You haven't even started. You're still looking at it. Eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Getting my dick sucked.
One day I'm gonna climb the mountain. If that's in the way, yeah, get rid of that. But if it's not, then keep doing you. But let's do these questions.
Okay. All right. Question 1. Can you see yourself being celibate?
No, I love my girl too much. I want to please her.
And I feel you.
I'm sorry.
What?
I don't know.
2. Do you sacrifice a lot for what you want?
Yes and no.
And where you're at now, how do you see that for yourself? How do you see yourself right now?
It's because you're fucking on the fly going. I see you trying so hard to fucking come up with a good question. Want me to do mine first?
You have one?
I have a list.
What is it?
This is your podcast. Let me ask you the questions.
All right.
People want to know about you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first one is no, that's not it. Fuck Roland. No. Roland's a little cunt. Oh look, I'm on the wrong ones. I wish I was gay with Roland. Nope. All right. So the first one I want to do with you is I'll ask you questions. We'll end it with the interview. I want to see how good you are with the interview. It's all right.
Uh-huh.
So what's a typical night out COVID free with Roland?
I don't even know anymore. It's not the same.
You always talk about 80s bars. Let's go to 80s bar. Everything's opening.
And we never go.
Yeah, but you.
So I don't know.
And then you always talk about shows and this and that. So what's the typical night out with Roland?
It's not. I don't know. It's been like 4 years since we've done anything.
All right.
For me.
I don't know is the question. Answer. If there was a zombie apocalypse, how long do you think you'll survive?
I would die right away. I'd kill myself.
Really? You would?
Yeah. I'd be like.
Damn. I will at least try to fight it out.
You think?
Yeah, hell yeah. No man's land, bro. You know how crazy that would be?
I feel like everyone thinks it'll be crazy, but it's actually gonna be worse than you.
Oh, it's gonna
imagine.
be worse. Everything. Think about it. No phones. No. It's gonna be like fucking. You're gonna live like a caveman again.
You know what I fear more is like actual like I don't know like actual war in this like land.
I've been thinking about that. I
That's
think
what I
soon.
like. That's gonna be something like what the fuck? That's gonna be
Give
so
it.
scary.
Give it 10
and so,
years. 10
yeah.
more years. China's gonna invade us.
You think?
Fool, China hates us. They're like, fuck you, motherfucking Americans. You think you own everything? Do you think you're bad? And then they're going to convince everybody else. They think they're the fucking toughest people in the fucking world. Let's go fuck them up. And then everybody, Russia, and then fucking what? Afghanistan and all them.
Damn.
They're going to be like, yeah, fuck those piece of shits. They're our bitches now.
I don't know.
And then we're going to be like, and then I'm going to Roland, get my bag. I'm scared, box.
Yeah, I'd rather not think about it.
Yeah, dude. That's 10 years.
Because
You're
zombie apocalypse, I'm like, oh yeah, but then I'm just like, I have a very like literal mind, but then I think about like, what if like, dude, what if there's like tanks running down your fucking street and
yeah, are you gonna kill yourself or are you gonna save your family, dude?
I don't know.
Your mom's gonna be scared. What are you gonna do, bro?
Dude,
my parents are up north, so I'll be like, fuck. I'll try to convince them to come down here.
oh check this out. This is Kurt. Watch. Hello.
Hey, Roland, Kurt.
How's it going, Kurt?
I meant to call you earlier. I've been going in 10 directions at once today, scrambling and shit. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you 6:30 is cool.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so I guess I'll see you at 6:30 instead of 7, right?
All right, awesome. Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll see you then.
All right, later.
Hey, I was probably going to put you in the front studio to the right since it's just the two of you.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, it's a little quieter and a little more secluded that way and a little more private.
All right.
Yeah, I like that room, so it's good for hanging out in like that. When two people are just trying to work on things.
I'm down. Thank you.
All right, I'll see you then.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Oh, that was pretty short. Usually he's like, and another thing. Oh,
He kind of was going off that.
Yeah, a little bit. But he's cool. But yeah, that's what I fear. It's like fucking. I fear people. That's my biggest like fool. People scare me. I was watching this documentary about that girl who like convinced her boyfriend to kill himself.
Wait, what?
Do you remember? It was like back in the day. Like she got like this fool killed himself, and then later on they went through his text messages because that's all he had, and they realized that the girl he was talking to convinced him to kill himself. Like the whole time, like for the longest time, he was like, "Dude, I'm depressed and this and that, and I just want to kill myself." Da, da, da. And then he would be like, "I tried killing myself last night, but I couldn't do it." And she'd be like, "Oh, we'll try again tomorrow." And then one day, like he got in his truck and it was like releasing carbon monoxide or whatever. And then he got out and called her and was like, "Hey, I don't know what he said, whatever, but she like texted him back like, get back in the car."
Oh shit.
Yeah, like get back in. And then it was just a trip because she looked like this crazy like white girl, thin, and I'm just like, imagine being around, because she's free now. She went in jail for a little bit, and imagine being around her. Like she just probably has this weird vibe, dude. Like this, just like, and that type of shit scares me. Like this weird, like it doesn't
Psychotic.
go with psychotic. Doesn't go with the normal, especially now because she's been labeled crazy. You know what I mean? Like while it was happening, she was on like antidepressants and stuff like that. They say that had an influence. They're from a rural area. She was lonely. You know what I mean? A lot of people say that she was doing those type of things for attention, and it fit a narrative like of a TV show, and so she was obsessed with. So then she was like
Feeding into it.
Yeah, so it's just like crazy, like you're not really here. Okay, no. So no, what I was getting at was, so that girl who convinced that guy to kill himself in text messages
Was white.
She was white. And so she was going through these court proceedings, and these court proceedings, they're all just like talking about her, like she's she's delusional, she's psychotic, she's this, she's
But
that.
why did she get a fucking pass for that, for being delusional?
Because she took antidepressants, and those fuck with your mind. Like if for some people it does good, but for some people it makes them want to kill themselves. So,
in this sense, it made her feel good watching someone else kill themselves.
well, she did take it as, I don't know if it was a trip.
I just feel like in another case or like another like person, it would be manslaughter right away.
Well, that's what they were trying to say, that there was involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's the only reason.
And she got that.
But she got bailed out.
So now she's out. She only got like, she served some time, like I forgot how long, like 15 months, something like that, or 5 years, and she's out now. But what I'm saying is, I feel like the type of people that scare me are the people who you can tell just went through some crazy shit, some weird shit, some like she went to prison. I'm pretty sure she went through some shit in prison. To now when she's out, she's like when you're around her, you just have this weird vibe because you know she's not thinking straight. Like she's thinking some shit that's not. I don't know. That's not like predictable or comforting. It's just like off. And those type of people freak me out, and people who are like either very drug induced also, because it's like you can't.
Yeah, I met people like that.
Like where you're like, fool,
like
anything can happen
scary
right now. Like you gotta just watch yourself. Like this fool's not being coherent. He's not making sense. He's not thinking about going to jail. He's not thinking about this. And so at the end of the day, I get scared more of people, and in certain situations with people than I do of like zombie apocalypses. Like stuff like that.
I feel like you wouldn't last in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh no, dude! Imagine.
Do you cook?
Can I cook?
Do you cook?
Yeah, I can cook.
Name some things that you can cook.
A steak.
Name some things. You can keep going.
Let's see. A steak. Shrimp. We do some fish. Rice, but the rice never comes out that great.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, it still comes like kind of stuck to the.
Yeah, it either comes out too fucking soft or too hard.
Yeah.
Never get perfection.
And I don't do it. See, and I don't do it enough times to perfect it.
Yeah, because you're always fucking.
So I'm always fucking.
So that's it. That's all you can make.
And then, I don't really make that many things. A sandwich, good sandwich.
What makes Roland? Example: Powerpuff Girls. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. So if I was supposed to do something like that, what would make Roland?
Music. Dance. Words.
Wow. Going to my next question. If you weren't able to make music anymore, like if you played any type of music, you like kill everybody on earth, what would you do? You would just kill yourself? You need to make music?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Probably fucking.
Oh my god, which fits perfect for my next question. Do you want kids?
I don't know. I used to be like, no. Then I started thinking in the thoughts of like being old.
Yeah, you're going to be old with a kid now.
Wait, what?
Like, yeah, if you have a kid.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, yeah, well, I've been telling you that I have never really had the thoughts of wanting a kid. And I still don't. But now, in selfish reasons and thinking about old age, I think about like, fuck, you would want a kid.
Yeah, of course.
When you're old.
Who doesn't want another Roland or Rolinda?
Me?
Like, just right there, like, hey, Dad. And then, like,
I just feel like,
and then you get to teach them how to play. Like, I want a kid, but I feel like I want to get my shit together first. Like, I want to have like, that's why I'm able to do this. If I had a kid, this would be way harder.
Yeah. Well, see, I feel like
and I think that's why you don't want a kid, because you don't want that responsibility 24/7.
I want to make something first of myself. I want to get myself fixed and somewhere, then have a kid, because if not, then I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be depending on the kid and shit to take care of me when I'm older or something. I don't know.
What's something that you want that you still haven't got a chance to get?
Real freedom.
Explain.
I want the freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want.
What's your favorite color?
I like the color of those walls right here.
What color is that?
Gray, blue. What is it? Fucking.
How many times do you masturbate?
It used to be like almost every other day. Lately, maybe once a week.
That's it?
That's it.
Once a week. All right. What's a typical day? What's a typical day shopping with Roland? For clothes.
I don't shop. I just
for
go,
clothes.
Okay, so I have.
So if you went to go shopping for clothes, you just get one pair of pants. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
No,
because you only go when you need to get one thing.
Yeah. So no, I go. I have a list.
What's a typical day?
I have a list.
What's a typical day?
It's on the list. It's on the list. The shirt pops up. Then I just go buy a shirt.
So if you had a grocery shopping cart, I wouldn't say filled with items because you have to fill it up. If you had a grocery shopping cart, what would it be filled with?
Steak, vegetables, fruit, frozen fruit for shakes.
How often do you look at someone and be like, man, what the fuck are they thinking?
Every day I look at somebody and think about why they acting the way that they acting. 'Cause every day there's someone who's crazy, and you know what, there is really nothing that you can do about it. That you can do about it. I think that's all we can do, bro. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm chopping like half of this shit.
I don't think this is a good one.
I told you to start with the fucking.
What you know about me, bro? Hard in the game, gonna make a name. Leaving my mark, I'ma leave my stain. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bro? Got supreme hat, supreme clothes, bad breezy, fuck yeah. So fresh, we're high class, bro. What you know about me, bro? Gold in my mouth,
Before I start, shout out Rufio. Thank you for the shirt. Shout out to Grimy Co. Grimy Co. definitely hooked me up with some of their latest stuff. Sick as fuck. If you haven't seen the podcast, check it out. Don't Try Podcast, the one that I am co-hosting with Roland Rojas. Annoying Neighbors, we're back. We got a special guest, Box. I'm doing a solo podcast just because I definitely wanted to catch up on everything that's been going on. I don't know if you've seen the one that's episode number 24 with Roland. I was supposed to talk about everything right there, but it kind of fell apart. I took a microdose of little shrooms with him. We both had shrooms. It was this blue shroom that made us trip pretty hard. We got it from. Yeah, that shit had us fucking tripping, yo. Like, how the fuck does one little piece of shrooms make you feel that way? And we had a blast. If you watch the podcast, it's funny as fuck. But what I really wanted to talk about when I was on there was the whole moving process, because as you guys know, I'm living in Southern California, and when I say Southern California, I'm talking about the IE. When I say IE, I'm talking about the Inland Empire. And that's in Well, right now I'm staying in San Bernardino, but originally when I did move out here, I was in Riverside, California. So the stomping ground was definitely San Bernardino. And I just said fuck it. Like once I lost my job plumbing, I kind of realized that was a sign for me to do something that I actually want to do. And podcasting so far has been a blast. Shout out to Riz, my first guest of my moving process. Riz was dope as fuck. If you still haven't seen it, go check it out. Riz is a unique motherfucker, you know? Like I met Riz one time at a backyard show for The Block is Hot with Callie Alley. I'm gonna forget some people's names, but Callie Alley was the one that I remember. She was like kind of like fucking promoting it. And when I met him, I found out that he made some of the beats, and I talked to him a little bit, but I don't know why. I just always wanted, like, when I came back, he was on the list. I wanted to talk to Riz. I know Riz is really productive and he's cool as fuck. And when I did the podcast, I got to know him even more, and it was fucking, I had a blast. Like, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like, when I do this shit, I get nervous. Like, it's out of my box, you know. No reference to my name, but I got to get outside the box just to be myself and have fun. And that's one of the things where I was just like, yo, I definitely want to travel and meet unique people. And podcasting is fun as fuck. Like, so far from what I've been doing with this, he was definitely someone I want to get. Shout out to Riz. Shout out to Sanity. Shout out to Dan Ganja. Shout out to Rufio, which I just recently had. Shout out to Grime Co. I just mentioned the clothing. That was a fun podcast. I'll get to Don't Try podcast in a bit. Also, shout out to, let's see, Maybe I'm Manic. I was on Maybe I'm Manic, and yo, that was fun. We did a 3-hour podcast. That was the longest one until I did Rufio. Me and Rufio did a 3-hour as well, and that was fun as fuck. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting, you know. Ivan Clam Chowder, you fucking told me to talk about certain things, and I was like, yo, that's cool getting advice from, you know, a friend that I kind of grew up with. I've known Ivan since high school, and it's trippy that he's still supporting me through a lot of things like music, and you know, it's cool getting that feedback, and I really appreciate you, bro. And shout out Gilbert Romo. I've known that guy since fucking I don't even know. I grew up on my grandma's street, so that was like that was probably when I was 5. We're the same age. He lived up the street from my grandma's, and I had a problem saying my R's when I was younger, a speech problem, and I still feel like I do have it because sometimes I rush my words and my R's come out weird. But when I knew Gilbert, I used to say Gilbert, you know, Richard, you know, car. So it was always like an inside joke. They'll be like, oh, Gilbert, make fun of me, whatever. But Gilbert was always one of my close friends growing up, and still is, dude. Like, it's crazy seeing us growing up now, you know. I mean, we went our separate ways, but Gilbert Romo, man, you the man. I fucking shout out to Gilbert, man. Shout out to Hollywood. I think his Instagram is I'm Hollywood. Hollywood definitely has been giving me a lot of advice. He's part of the Rich Minds Collective, and dude, Hollywood, dude. Yeah, shout out, bro. Like, we be talking a lot on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, I'm never on social media, so if you like trip out like, yo, what the fuck, like, he hasn't been posting anything, social media, I try not to let it grab me, you know. Even though I need to promote all that, but I'm just having fun, man. Like, let's be real. Once I start making this a job, maybe I'll lose the love for it. This is just fun. Interviewing people, like, well, podcasting. People say interviewing. I don't really like interviewing because then it makes it like, oh, what kind of questions you gonna ask me? You know, I had someone ask me like, oh, can you send me like the list of questions you want to ask me? I was like, kind of like, well, like, want to be mentally ready for this? Like, I could do an interview, that's fine, but A podcast is more like chilling, yo. Like, we big chilling. Like, right now, I'm big chilling. Seat back. I don't like this chair. Like, this is weird. Like, in order for me to sit up straight, I gotta be like this. Shit. But the whole moving process was something that kind of like slowly, it was in the back of my mind, you know. At the time, I was talking to this girl, and we ended up being something. So that's cool. Like, we made it official. So I guess naturally I did want to move because of that. But I also knew if I came down here, it's like sink or swim, you know? Like, you got to go out there and fucking grab it. Like, I'm tired of saying maybe or what if, and that's one thing that my dad kind of taught me, like, or told me, you know, I rather you chase your dreams than say what if. You don't want to be 30 years old or 50 years old or fucking on your deathbed. Like, fuck, man, what if I did a podcast, you know? What if I did skateboard and continue doing that and became a pro? Or what if I did my clothing? What if? Like, I feel like as adults, we do live in regret. And that's why I had to tell myself, sink or swim, motherfucker. Like, move down south where you're under the pressure. Like, I can't be chilling right now. Like, as much as I want to fucking chill and just fucking play video games, I can't, because I need to edit. Like, I edit all this shit, so it's a constant struggle, because when I edit, I like to zoom in, and it takes at least, like, so if a podcast is like an hour, if I edit, it takes like 2.5 or maybe 3, depending how many people. If it's just one person, then I can do like 1.5 maybe finish it editing wise. But I also work, so that kind of gets in the way. So when I'm at work, I bring the big ass computer with me. You guys, I keep pointing at it because it's right here. But I bring this big ass computer with me everywhere I go, because I gotta edit. I gotta edit on the go. Like, I get home and edit. I stay up to 2 a.m, dude. Like, and then wake up at fucking 8 or sometimes 6. When I first moved out here, I couldn't even sleep because I was sleeping at the warehouse, and that shit was annoying. Constantly hearing people moving around at the warehouse and shit, because we have next door neighbors and shit. So I just said I said sink or swim. That's the best way to say it. Like, I had to come out here and make a change, get out of my comfort zone. You know, a lot of people stay in that comfort zone and they don't do nothing. Like, I moved away one time back in 2016, but that was all for the wrong reasons. I think I was mainly going down there for my ex, and then I did say for music, but I couldn't do it. I was too fucking shy. So it's cool getting another restart, being able to come out here. We built this little room. I'm actually in my little room right now in the back of my brother's place, but for the first 2 months I was sleeping at the fucking warehouse in an air mattress, or sleeping on my girl's couch or shit like that. And I had to do it. I had to say, you know, put the foot on the gas and just drive and see what happens, man. And it is kind of scary, because you don't know what's gonna happen at the end of the day. Like, me doing this, and like, who gives a fuck? I'm another ant on this fucking big planet. But it's not even, when you start thinking like that, that's when you don't try. You know, like, if you believe in yourself, you just gotta go in. I remember when I was rapping, I had a blind, I had that tunnel vision. When I was making music, I didn't give a fuck what anybody said. I just kind of like zoned the fuck in. I kept looking at the future, you know. One day, I kept saying, one day I'm gonna shine or make it or hit the big fucking stage and be famous. And even though I heard different feedback, I never let it stop me. I told myself, I'm not letting anybody stop me from getting my dream. And, you know, I ended up, myself stopped me from achieving that dream. And right now, I feel like it's the same thing. Nothing can stop me. I'm having fun, but this is different because I'm having. When I was making music, it started feeling like a job. Never thought about that. It started feeling like a job because I had to make a song. I had to finish a mixtape. I had to. And with this, it's just like, it is what it is. If I don't drop a podcast in a month, it is what it is. Because I'm not going to stress myself out. I'd rather just have fun. And every podcast that I've been doing, it's been fun. I did Rufio Spin not that long ago. And that's been a blast. I'm probably going to post it up this week, but it's a 3-hour podcast. I just posted the fucking one that we did shrooms and shit. But, I mean, podcasting is the editing and the fact that I'm co-hosting another one, which I'm pretty much editing everything. I edit the whole podcast. I bring my own equipment. And for the people that don't know what I use to make a podcast, because anybody can make a podcast, it's easy. Get an H6 Zoom, one mic, and a GoPro. This I can do this every day if I really want to, but I'd rather have guests. I feel like my solo podcasts are stupid. I don't know. And who the fuck's gonna listen to this? Just box. But the process of I see, and this is the only podcast, like, okay, trip out. This is the only podcast that I actually write shit on, because when it's a solo podcast, it's a lot harder than, like, when I have a guest, I feel like we're kicking it. You know, if you're telling me you wrestle, like, what? You wrestle? Like, we kind of, like, exchange, you know, we're vibing. But when it's a solo podcast, I do got to write notes. And the process of writing, like, the process of doing a podcast, too, is intriguing, because some people are like, wow, you look really comfortable. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous as fuck. I'm shy. I'm the shyest motherfucker on earth. I swear to God on everything. Like, but what I do is just do my homework before I go on. I research the person, and I look up what they've been talking about and what they do, and that way I have interest in that. Like, some people just kind of show up to a podcast and they or no. I've seen like interviews that are weird because it's just like an interview, like, oh, so I heard you fucking like pancakes, and the guy's like, yeah, like, everybody loves pancakes. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so I feel like some people that don't see it as an interview, just see it as we're vibing. And unless you got some good ass questions, like fucking Nodwerg or whatever that guy's name is, like, that fool be bringing up some crazy past shit. Like, I heard you fucking used to chew on a binky for 3 months, and then you threw it away and got it out of the trash and started chewing on it again for another 5 years. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's something my mom tells. How do you know my mom? But speaking of that, I actually trip out. I drank out of a bottle, a baby bottle, till I was in kindergarten. And I remember, my mom tells this story all the time. The neighbor next door, Lohana, they're Hawaiian, you know, well, something like that. They're Hawaiian. But we used to hang out, you know, we're friends, and she came by one time and seen my bottle, and it's like, you know, like, what? Why is there a bottle? Like, whose bottle is this? And she was asking me. I was like, fuck, man, like, this is embarrassing, you know, like, she got my baby bottle. I'm 5 years old. I shouldn't be drinking this. And she kept questioning. I was like, I don't know, fuck. She's like, there's no baby here. I was like, fuck, dude, I'm the baby. And right when she left, I threw that bottle away, man. My mom was watching me the whole time. But I miss that bottle to this day. You should never let someone else change. But at the same time, I had to grow. You know? I had to fucking grow. But what's been going on in my life is when I first came out here, I went to the Grand Canyon, which was amazing. Grand Canyon is it's pretty speechless. I was doing a vlog, but I don't know if I should post vlogs on this channel. If you're watching this right now and you think I should post vlogs on this channel, I could do vlogs. I have millions of fucking things I can post, but I guess my insecurity stopped me, whatever. But I went to the Grand Canyon, which was amazing, beautiful. I'll probably post some pictures right now on this as we're speaking. I also went to Yosemite, which was fucking phenomenal. Like, I've been there one time when I was in 18. I was gonna say 8th grader. When I was 18. And That shit was fun. And going back to it, it's just a breath of fresh air. You know, you're in nature. It feels good. And that's why people should go hiking. You should get the fuck out. Like, COVID, everybody got in, like, some fucking boxes right now or something. Like, they're just in this fucking room, in this box, trapped in this fucking cubicle, and just get out, man. Like, breathe some fucking fresh air. Go fucking put your head in a lake. You know how refreshing that shit is? So, went to Yosemite. Moving back has been a hassle, and I love it, but the main thing about living in a different area, like the difference, and I was trying to say this on the last one, is that there's so many different opportunities and people that you can meet. So when I was living up north, yeah, it was fun. I feel like that was my rehab, because I was just doing so much coke and drinking. Also, just couldn't handle it. I couldn't deal with him. I couldn't deal with myself, and I couldn't deal with my surroundings and the people I was with. It didn't feel right. I had to leave. And I think once I did all that, my pretty much rehab, I went up north. I found myself. I loved myself. And once I loved myself, I was working out, you know, eating right. Once I loved myself, I was able to do more. You know, it was kind of like reprogramming the mind, yo. Yeah, that's the best way, reprogramming the mind. I went back up north. I stuck to myself. I wasn't doing nothing crazy anymore, you know. Yeah, boxes back in town on the block, but it was nothing. I'm chilling, man, you know. And then once I started doing the plumbing job, it kind of went back to that. It kind of went back to that recycle where I'm just going to work. I'm at this job where they're fucking... Look, no offense to everybody that was trying to help me at plumbing, but it just didn't stick. Like, every time they'll show me something, I'll watch them do it, but I'm more hands-on. Until you let me do it hands-on, I'm gonna learn. And that's what the homie Austin was doing. Shout out to Austin. Like, Austin will let me try things out, and like I learned a lot with Austin. But if I keep watching you do it, I'm not learning shit, bro. Like, it's like watching someone game it. If you watch Ninja game it, you're not going to be Ninja once you grab the control. Ninja's like the best at Fortnite or whatever. And if you keep watching him and you don't play the fucking game, you're not going to get as good as him. You need to get the control and start playing and learn. And that's how plumbing was. I needed to learn the step by step. And I was just going to work like, man, they ain't teaching me shit. I'm just standing right here not doing shit. And when I get orders, and then once like you do something stressful, my anxiety will kick in. So I'm like going crazy and shit. But I started going down this path, and I wanted something different. And I already knew moving down was the ticket. That was the ticket. And I still remember getting on my shit and saying, fuck it, I'm out. I'm back at it, and it's been a blast, man. I mean, I just think it's time to reflect on everything. Like I said, I was trying to do that on the last one, but I couldn't. I mean, I still have fun doing it, Roland, and that's another thing. I'm doing two podcasts. I'm doing a podcast with Roland, which is Don't Try Podcast logo, and then mine, and I'm editing his and editing mine. And I feel like every time I do a podcast, I get stronger, you know. It's another rep. Like, I just get better and better. And that's the best way to see it. You got to get better. And it's repetition, man. Like, whatever you're doing, whether it's, you know, drawing or fucking other shit, man. You can be just working at a warehouse. But the more you do and learn, you start learning. Like, when I was working at a warehouse, I learned how to, at Boo Barn, I learned how to, I was going to say NHS too, but I learned, so let me just get to Boo Barn. I don't know why I'm trying to fucking talk about 5 different things right now. But when I was at Boo Barn, I learned how to cycle count. I learned how to pick, pack. I was learning how to do all this shit. And you set yourself up on what you want to learn, man. Like, if you put, and maybe that's what was wrong with plumbing. I didn't put the full effort. You know, but then at the same time, I didn't have the right instructors, man. It wouldn't stick, you know. But going back to what I learned, like I remember being at a warehouse and there'd be people there that would just stand on their phone all day. You know, they weren't doing shit. I kept looking at them like, what the fuck? Like, how come you don't want to like learn more and get more money? Because people were mad at me because I was getting a certain amount. And I was just like, yo, like it's not even that. It's not the fact that like it's not unfair. I tried more. I learned how to do all this shit. If you want me to pick, I'll pick. You want me to go pack, I'm a pack. You want me to go cycle count, I'll cycle count. And that's the thing. Like people set themselves short. You need to go and be better, bigger and better than others. Like there's people that slack on life so much. Like there's so many people that slack. And that's where you got to come in and pick up the slack and be different and take charge. And that's how I am with this. Like, I ain't going to have someone fucking edit my videos. I might as well edit my own videos. I might as well get my own fucking recording thing right here that I'm pointing at that you can't see. But I might as well edit everything. And I think that's one of my biggest flaws. Because at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where, you know, like, you could have it easier, but right now I just gotta struggle, baby. I gotta learn, I gotta grind. That goes back to that goes to my next topic, solo grinding. So I've been wanting to talk about this because I feel like, you know, solo grinding was a big thing, but I feel like it got like left out. Like no one knows the right thing that happened. And solo grinding was something that I guess mainly I created. So I've always wanted to make this big rap group. And originally it was me, Miguel, Gabe Juante, and Mark. And you know, we would rap, but it wasn't us. You know, we weren't being genuine. Like, I was still always, like, trying to talk about some street shit. I was a little kid, dude. Like, calm down. But then we grouped up with Swerve, you know, Gabe Irvin. I don't know if I should be saying government names. I don't know why. But we linked up with, you know, another homie of mine, close friend. All these guys are close friends I just mentioned except for Mark. All of them are close friends except for Mark. Mark did his own thing, and it's fine. Do your own thing. We get it. Everybody grows and whatever. But then Swerve came into my picture in my life, and we clicked up right away. That's another best friend of mine. Gabriel Irvin, and then Nova. Two Tone's always been in the picture. Like, he's the reason why I started rapping in 6th grade, and you know, I've been trying to get this. I've had this vision since 6th grade, if you really think about it. You know, like how I said on the podcast, I still got a mic in my hand, motherfucker. Going back to, like, the picture. So, Swerve came in. Two-Tone went back to Merced. When his mom died, he came back. We had the studio. My parents seen us doing the studio. Like, we were always rapping. My mom tells me this now. She didn't want me in the streets, so they built a little room kind of like this, so we can chill and make music, which became the fucking trap in a sense. We had 15 motherfuckers just posted and just getting high and slinging drugs and just it was crazy, man. But you know, like, going back to solo grinding, like, it wasn't solo grinding originally. Before that, it was team business. You know, Lil Cruz came by and he taught us a lot of things, and it was just crazy, man. We were just learning. I still remember getting a laptop and just having these random programs, just trying to record, and we always tried. It was always something. We always tried to do something, and it never worked. Never had the good quality. I don't know why we never went to studio time, but we always tried to make something out of nothing. And that's like the main thing, man. It was crazy. Like, we had this laptop, it fucked up, and I think we did Team Business Volume 1. Okay, but fuck, I'm getting off topic. Going back to what I was saying. Lil Cruz came into the picture, right? We're Team Business. Team Easy comes out. You know, Nova's there, and then Ruckus came later, and then I just remember we're thinking we need a better name. June too. June was there. You know, Piggy was there. it was just this group that, and then so we're making music right there, and then Sneaky and Mellow lived up the street, and then from there, you know, they wanted to make music with us, which was cool. We're like, fuck, like, you know, more people the better. So we had this gang damn near, dude. We were like 15 deep. Michael Pimentel would show up, you know. Gabe Huante whenever he had time, you know. He at that time I think he already had a kid, you know. He had a kid at a young age, man. Salute to you. That's a grown man right there. I always looked up to Gabe. Who else? I mean, Miga was right there. So fucking from there, solo grinding became the thing, because me and Swerve were sitting down and we're like, we need a name. For some reason we said grind. We're like, yeah, grind. Like we're on a grind. Like what would we come up? And then his dad's named Solito, because he was like the only black guy back in the days that'll be beating up some motherfuckers in the bars, you know, beating up like 10 people, or I don't know the stories, but like 5 people, you know. They call him Solito because he was just a lone wolf, you know. So we took his name Solo and put in the grinding. And I remember me and Swerve solo grinding. Like we just came up with that term right away, solo grinding, and it just became solo grinding. It's just weird because I still remember having this vision as a fucking kid, yo. Like, we're just chilling, trying to be something, trying to make something out of nothing. And the fact that the studio was popping and lit, it was me. Like, I never really thought about it. You know, people would be like, yo, you're like the captain. You're in charge. You brought all this together. You know, like, because I told Swerve, you know, kick it with us, and Gabe Huante. I still remember meeting Gabe Huante, and I don't know if I just had this certain vibe that they just wanted to kick it, but everybody slowly started kicking it right there, and that became solo grinding right there. You know, Sneaky and Mellow were kicking it always right there. And then, you know, fast forward to years later, man, like, solo grind just kind of fell apart. I wasn't the best me. I was always drunk whenever we tried to perform. I can understand why Swerve was the first one to leave. He said he wanted out of solo grinding. And I kind of hurt because I seen solo grinding as family, you know. These are my brothers that I chose. These are my brothers that would die for me. These are my brothers that I'll kill for. These are my brothers that were everything, dude. Like, it was like fucking 15 of us all the time, you know. That's a family. And like now everybody's having kids, so that's, you know, I'm like the uncle to the kids or something, you know. Like, it's always gonna be family. It's solo grinding forever. And I've kind of forgot about that, man. I kind of like looked at solo. Oh no, I ain't solo grinding. Because I after Swerve left, I pretty much dropped solo grinding too. I was like, I'm out. And it sucked because me and Swerve were the main ones that came up with that name, you know, solo grinding, and I was the backbone for the longest time. I was always helping people get fucking back together because there'll be fights and shit. And I was the backbone, I guess. I never really thought of it like that, but it's still solo grinding forever, you know? That's why I'm wearing this, solo grinding, man. Forever. RP. Forever. I feel like it never got cleared up because people will say solo grinding fell apart because of us. We just weren't unified anymore. It wasn't even fun anymore, and then drama started happening in the group and it just fell apart, man. Just something that I loved entirely. And then I moved too. I was already moving. Before all that shit fell apart, I was already moving. I just figured, and Swerve was supposed to come, and one of my producers at the time, Noah Lopez, shout out Noah, he was supposed to go out there. Now I'll think about it. It was supposed to be them, and I think, truthfully, I mean, I know I'm going on a little rant, but this is a solo podcast. This is my fucking therapy, man. Fuck you if you don't fucking like it. But Noah Lopez and Swerve and his ex at the time, or girlfriend at the time, they were supposed to go to LA. So I think if they would have moved, I think this whole situation would be totally different, because I feel like me and Swerve were finding our groove, man. Like, we made a fucking album, Geminarius, and I was learning a lot at the time. I was finding my style, and then Noah would make beats for us. And I think if we would have left as a group like that, we would have been something, you know. Swerve probably would have helped me with my stage presence because I had bad anxiety about it. And I think it would have been another life if they actually moved out there with me, because that was the original plan. We were going to get a house, 5-bedroom or 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom. I forgot. There's so much work out here, so we would have found a job. But that's a little history lesson on solo grinding, how it was made. I kind of wanted to talk about my notes. When I was at my darkest moments, I started writing. And I don't know who's out there that's, you know, dealing with anxiety, depression, or everything fucking mixed in one. But one thing I started doing was meditating and writing. And this is not beautiful, but this is something I wrote. I've been in a cage. My body feels weak. I've been sober completely. Sober, no beer, no alcohol. I don't know if I spelled that right. No coke, no ecstasy, no psychedelics. In a weird way, I found a new drug, love. As scared or don't want to admit it, I am. This is the happiest I've been in 3 years. 3 years since I moved. 3 years of pain. 3 years of suffering. Bad eating, bad habits, no money. Now I want to be in paradise. Now I want to be free. I want to be with you. And I wrote that 2019, May 13th. That's crazy because that's when I already made that decision of moving, man. And I ain't gonna lie, that's around the time I met my girl right now. And I'll probably read one of those every day because I was at my darkest at that time, man. Darkness, dude. I feel like self-love is everything. Self-healing is everything. And when I wrote that, I was trying to find myself. And I hope you find yourself too, man. A woman, girl, male, I don't know, female. But I guess that's it. I don't really got much else to say, man. I just want to catch up and let everybody know. It's been fun. And getting to know everybody has been a blast. And I look forward to meet new people, man. Like, this shit's sick. And shout out again to Ivan. Ivan fucking told me to, like, give a recap to everybody. I don't know if he's been watching the recent ones, but if you have been, Ivan, and you made it this far, respect, man. Appreciate every fucking ounce of fucking time that you fucking watch. Even if you listen to my music back then, I don't know. But shout out to my cousins that be supporting this because they always give me comments and feedback. Shout out to my girl. She's always supporting me. Shout out to my parents. Shit. Every time I talk to them, they just hope the best. I think they're also scared. They're like, are you going to relapse? Are you going to do coke again? Like, sometimes I talk to them like, are you being safe? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do coke and drink. Like, I mean, I drink, but not like that. But shout out again to Grammy Co. for shooting the shirts. Rufio shooting the shirts and stickers. I got stickers right here from Rufio. I think it's cool. This guy's a really creative guy. He does his own videos as well. Well, the one that he showed me was sick. Definitely inspiration left and right. And I continue. Shout out to everybody in Watsonville and Santa Cruz too. Like, fucking shout out to Gamble. Shout out to the Meezy and all them, and Nova, you big ass kid. Thank you for watching. Annoying Neighbors, we out. I'm your host, Box. Have a good one. This is what I record on, by the way. All right. Oh, shout out Don't Try Podcast too. Fuck you, Roland.
Yeah, bitch. What you know about me, bro? Going hard in the game, gonna make a name. Leaving my mark, I'ma leave my stain. Better back up, cause I bring the pain. What you know about me, bro? Got Supreme hat, Supreme clothes, bad spreezy, fuck yeah. So fresh, we're high class, bro. What you know about me, bro?